Wow, look at us.
Pretty boys.
Wow.
Back again.
You know, every week when I look at the camera, I can't believe how good we look. One, how talented we are. Two,
yeah, you can see the talent.
Just special and just full of life we are. Three,
I am trying to get my energy up. This is going to be a high energy part. I'm not feeling this guy's sleepy shit over there.
I'm not sleepy.
You put this on me. This is what you're going to get, baby. We're going to take this podcast.
Wow.
We're going to drill a hole in the peach. Fuck this podcast. Camera down here. Fuck this.
Wow. The
Camera
peach.
back up here. Podcast.
You put the peach right on the pole. Wow. That's one hell of an entrance.
I thought somebody was
Theme song.
I thought somebody was
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side. I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman, lonely horseman.
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind right now. I know I told everyone on this show that I wasn't gonna talk about my choo-choo again. That I got, yeah, right?
You told us about
I got
that?
this weeks ago, yeah, right? Okay, who cares? You're asking, right? Watch this. Yeah, didn't know about this shit, did you?
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
How the fuck did I not know there was a whistle?
It's a train whistle?
That's baller.
Whistle goes,
That is
woo.
the definition of baller. New
How did I
season
not
of,
know?
New season of Baller starring The Rock. He's gonna pull the fucking horn off a whistle, horn off a train. It's a train whistle.
No, I like blow the horn off of a whistle. I like that better.
Pull the horn off a whistle. You know, we're
Grilling
saying,
meat on my burgers.
We're saying shit over here. We're like the new Shakespeare's over here. We don't even need Alpha Brain. In fact, I drink some coffee and I'm still waiting for the caffeine to kick into my blood. So I'll let you know when that happens.
It hasn't happened yet, though.
No, this is me chill, relax, even keel.
Once I detect the energy levels get too high, you're going to hear it.
Yeah. Give us the alert.
That means slow down. That's a
What the
slow down.
fuck? How did that have a
That's a slow
train
down.
whistle and I didn't know?
I don't know, man.
Are you the first to find that out?
He might be.
No. Somebody on Twitter said
Oh.
that. They were like, I was wearing this at the park, and then someone said, why don't you blow the whistle? What the fuck whistle? They didn't advertise this with a whistle.
Oh, this like fucking
Maynard.
Secret whistle.
They
Maynard
canuked you.
knew.
I just felt so stupid all of a sudden.
They canuffered you.
The famous
I
Maynard.
got kerfuffled.
Yeah.
My
It's like
di-
that fucking squirrel Nutkin playing fucking tricks on everybody.
What?
Fucking Nutkin.
What's Nutkin?
Y'all never heard of the squirrel Nutkin?
No.
No, is that like an anime squirrel?
There's like a fairy tale about this squirrel Nutkin who's always like playing tricks on the birds and shit. And you just read this book, and this fucking Nutkin squirrel is a fucking bitch. Like I'm fucking sick of Nutkin. Let me tell you, if I ever get my fucking hands around your neck, Nutkin, I'm gonna bust a Nutkin.
Squeezing nuts right out his cheeks. They
I'm
store
going
them
to
there.
have to Google that. I don't know what that
Wikipedia
is.
search Nutkin, Nutkin the squirrel. Make sure you put in the squirrel.
please.
Thank you for the belch, Rocco.
That was not me.
If you don't put
Meg
in,
is up there cackling.
if you
and I
don't put
know
in
what that
Nutkin the
was.
squirrel, you might find something else. Don't show your. That's so unprofessional.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Nutkin.
That was disgusting. Listen, we already caught Sean.
Yeah.
Strike that, reverse it. We already cut Sean from this
Freudian
lineup.
slip. What did we catch him doing?
We already
Busted a
caught
Nutkin?
Sean. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody have fun tonight. Toot, toot.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Good night, everybody. Oh, we're still on. Listen.
Let's. I just want to start a game in the chat. Thank you for joining us in the chat. I see you. This has been Lucky. I see you. Sample Text, Nitro Dubs, Chalupa Prince. Let's keep a count of how many times Rocco toots that horn tonight.
Yeah.
Rocco tooting his own horn count. So
Yeah.
far, we're at six.
Three.
So far, four. All right, we're going to
Four,
start it at
okay.
four.
Four.
Sean, when you edit this, that's a really good name you chose.
Put it in the
for
counter. Put the
Rocco,
Sean, when you edit this
Rocco
on Tuesday,
tooting his own
kick
horn
the volume
cast.
up on those toots. So
Yeah.
loud. like ear splitting.
We've always said Rocco is the man who likes to toot his own horn. Tonight he's literally going to do it, and we're
yeah.
going to keep track.
Thank you.
Could we get a horn toot to kick
Oh
us
yeah,
off?
Tina's got that horn toot count. That's 5.
That's a
It
5.
kills me. This has been here the whole time, and I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's a pain.
Real shame.
Don't you know what I mean? You get a thing, and you didn't know it could have been more fun the whole time. You know what I mean?
You were already
learn that
done
symbol.
having
How
fun.
many
Whistles you
toots
get
have
a
you
bomb.
missed out
finding
on?
out your wife of 30 years is Polly, and you're like, why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Yeah,
I
we
could have
could've
watched
been
you getting
taking-
it.
I
taking-
could have.
I could have been cucking way earlier.
We could have had agreement. You didn't have to blow me up
Would have been way funner.
on the internet.
You missed out on all the fun.
I turned that into a pro Jared bit.
Nice.
Relevant.
We're trying to stay relevant. We're trying to stay
YouTube
relevant.
drama.
Trying to stay relevant.
Trying to stay relevant.
Relevant. Anyway.
Wow.
I think there was another thing like that too. Oh no! I got an Evangelion popcorn bucket from Japan.
Fuck yeah.
And it had the same thing where like its mouth opened. Oh, that's cool. And then it's like, did you turn its eyes on?
Oh man.
What? And you flip a switch and its eyes glow.
Does-
Awaken.
Does the Evangelion bucket like let you pour the butter on his hand and just keep it there?
That's so fucked up.
What do you do with all your popcorn buckets? Real question.
I mean, I only have those two. I'm
Are
not.
they on
I'm not
a-
a bucketman.
Are
I
they
mean,
on a
that's
shelf? Well,
technically
I
a
mean, you
bucket,
have-
too.
Is
you
that a
have
bucket?
two.
Where's the popcorn go?
You have one popcorn bucket. You
Oh,
got
okay.
one popcorn bucket. You get two popcorn buckets. That's a collection.
Well, the Evangelion bucket is just the head. Like it closes up into just a perfect like Eva Unit 1 head. So that's just on display on my shelf, and then
Okay.
this I display too. And that's
on
it.
the shelf.
Yeah.
Same shelf.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Because
rinse,
I think it's a cute choo choo and a cute Evangelion.
you rinse
So,
the
they're
dummy
together.
the dummy plug out. You get that butter, that salt out of there.
That LCL.
Yeah,
butter
the
liquid.
The Evangelion one actually had a removable cup inside the popcorn compartment that you could wash.
Oh, cool.
Because they are so smart to do that because they know collectors are gonna, they don't want popcorn grease all over their shit.
True.
They want Cheeto grease, not popcorn.
There you go.
Oh yeah, do you ever refill them out of the parks?
No,
with
no,
your
no.
own popcorn.
No, I
You don't
didn't
make
even. I
popcorn
didn't even
either?
put
What?
popcorn in this one. Like they
Wow.
were like, "Do you want it in a separate thing?" Because a lot of people do. I was
Virginal.
like, "Yes," and so yeah, I keep it. The popcorn, the cardboard thing fit in here, so I ate it that way. I looked cool, and then but that was it.
I don't like popcorn. Controversial opinion.
Wow.
I don't like popcorn. It upsets my stomach. And tell me if this has ever happened to you. You ever get a popcorn kernel so far
yeah.
up into your gums?
Absolutely.
It
Oh,
was
dude, it's
like
the
they're
worst.
gonna have to take this tooth out to get this shit
Oh
out
yeah,
of there.
Yeah.
But I play with fire.
That was one kernel too deep for me.
I don't eat it a ton. I don't ever eat it like at home or in a normal setting. But at the movie theater, I do like popcorn, and at Disneyland when I will like sometimes you walk
Yeah,
by.
but you go to the movies in
you
Disneyland
smell
like
it.
4 times a week, so
No, it's not true.
that's
I-
like so much
I
popcorn.
will
That's not
only
true.
eat popcorn when they give it to me free when I'm getting like my oil changed or something.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get that oil
Yeah.
popcorn?
No, my
Whoa,
place
where's
does that
that
too. Yeah.
Car places have that. Yeah, I've seen that.
I wish I had a little whoop to toot my own horn. I go to drive-through oil change place. I don't even get out of the car.
Yeah, neither do I.
What?
They don't bring you popcorn at your drive-through
They
place?
have that?
What?
Oh shit, he just
They
went up
give
to
you popcorn while you're sitting in your driver's
I get a
seat?
little thing of popcorn and they give me a
a
root beer.
little thing of popcorn
Yeah.
and a root beer.
Yeah, and then they change my oil.
Oh,
Shouts
where
out
the
Oil
fuck are
Stop.
you getting your oil? You don't get your oil changed in California.
Nope.
See, it's these goddamn
Damn.
liberals with their
Fucking-
anti-popo corno
Agenda.
conspiracy agenda,
Yeah.
anti-root beer,
Fucking
fucking
AOC.
fucking liberals,
God damn her.
fucking anti-root beer AOC.
I don't go to the movie theater or Disneyland 4 times a week. I just want to get that out of the way.
He was being a little facetious.
I'm ending that rhetoric tonight. I just want to be done with that.
Does that offend you?
And hold on, because there's a very harmful rhetoric that I
Okay.
do
Toxic
do that.
rhetoric.
You know, what really is a painful experience for me is I'll go to Disneyland like on my one day off in however many days. Like for the past month, I didn't really have a day off until like maybe yesterday. And even yesterday I was here. But anyway, but I don't want to like share what we're working on or share whatever. So I'll post a bunch of pictures from Disneyland. I'll post a bunch, but that's all I'll post in like any given week. And then I get messages like that all the time that are like, "Do you work?" Yeah, I work. But I don't wanna
cares
share
what
that.
people think? I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
No, but you're perpetuating. This is more
You-
Derek anti-Rocco propaganda.
Must have
to
hit pretty
spread-
close to the
and
mark to
you know
get 'em
what?
all riled up like that.
All I have to say to that is, I won't have it.
Oh, Casey Jr. pulling into the station.
You should.
Two.
You should make an effort to combat the toxic Disney over Disneyland narrative.
Well, see, that's going to be hard because in 1 week,
You're going to Disneyland.
I will have been, by this time next week, I will have been to Galaxy's Edge and back. I will
Damn.
have experienced
Black
another galaxy.
Spire.
Well, you know what?
Outpost.
And I will probably have, let me just say on record, I
Yeah.
will probably have my own, no one else can have this, my own
Third popcorn
customized real lightsaber.
Oh,
It's gonna be your own. Nobody else will have it.
Nobody else will have
It's
it.
gonna be real.
No, there are many like it, but that one's mine.
But I think the healthy thing to do would be to not post about it.
keep it private.
Yeah, no.
Keep it
just
personal.
Just keep it. You know, it's a little personal joy. It means something to you. You're not gonna share that with everybody.
Next weekend on my Instagram,
wow.
that's what my stories are going to look like.
You just broke the
It's
counter.
gonna. You know how you load up Instagram stories and somebody will have like 4 things.
Skip.
Like, oh, that one.
Time
like,
to skip.
No, 4 is not a big deal.
Oh, more than 3. I'm on to the next participant.
Yeah,
I don't agree
I'm
with
with him.
4 is not a big deal. But when it's like that is a like
That's a
outright.
skipper.
Oh, that's a.
That's someone's at MomoCon. I know how many cosplays I'm going to see of the same thing. I'm out. Swipe.
Yeah. It's or it's like I'm at a concert and there's 80 of those dots at the top. I'm like,
I don't
peace.
watch. I don't watch the Instagram stories. I'm not on that level yet. I just avoid them altogether. I like the photos, not the stories.
I really do. Stories are actually what got me into Instagram. I really like them.
Yeah.
It's just that some people abuse them. So I have those. I have those like that. I have heavily curated where I follow however many people I do on Instagram, but I have a lot of them muted. Like I like Garrett's or whatever. I like ones where people just show, hey, here's a cool thing I'm doing today. Here's a cool thing I'm looking at. Cool. Honestly, the person who had the best ones, and I find myself a lot going, how come they haven't posted in a while, is Anthony Bourdain. I'm really not joking. He had the best stories because he wouldn't post. Seriously, I still think that.
What a
I still
lazy
think that.
piece of
That's
shit.
dark.
He needs to get
Where is
back
this
on
guy?
there.
Yeah,
You went
but he would not post 80 of them. It'd be one, and he's like in the middle of some hut out in some country out in the middle of nowhere, and he would just post like what he's looking at, and then that's it. It's like, okay, great. And I like stuff
you
like that.
thought he was in the middle of nowhere before.
Yeah. But but like I like stuff like that, but most of
void.
them I have muted. I don't like when it's like 80 from a concert or something. Yeah.
You should
But
follow.
I like it. I consider it like talking. It's just like, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm up to. Okay, cool. But if it's anything more than that, I'm just,
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was thinking maybe just to make up for your the hole in your heart from Anthony not posting anymore. Follow his wife, Asa. Asia? How do you say her name? Argento?
Aesop Rocky.
Asa Argento? She might have some good stories.
Not the same.
Was that Akira?
Damn. That's a totally different.
Oh, my
They're
bad.
remaking Akira.
What?
Yeah, I think they just signed off on the director.
They've been
of that.
remaking.
nice. That's
They've been
gonna
saying
be
they're going to remake
tight.
Akira for like a decade.
What, like an animated?
They're finally
No,
gonna get it
with
right.
people.
They're finally
live
gonna get it right.
That's not remake.
Leo
That's-
Tokyo with Leo.
It's actually gonna be worth the view now.
Yeah.
The other one, too boring.
I'm still
Yeah.
struggling with what anyone gets out of a live action anime adaptation. I still haven't seen
Ghost in the
any
Shell?
benefit. Did that benefit Ghost in the Shell?
It's good. I liked it.
Not only did it benefit it, I think erased the original. Frankly, don't
Good.
even gotta watch the original anymore.
Same with this weekend, Aladdin came out. I did see it with Kevin. It was on Movie Pass.
Don't spoil it.
And I'll try not to. No, I'm really going to try not to. Oh, no. It was on Movie Pass. There was nothing going on like Wednesday night or whatever it was, Thursday. I don't know what it was, Thursday night. And Kevin said those famous words, "This is a Movie Pass movie." And it was like, yeah, I wouldn't spend my own money on this, but it's on Movie Pass.
I was gonna spend my own money.
I
was
mean,
gonna see
probably will end
Aladdin.
up seeing it, yeah.
I thought about seeing it today, but didn't have enough time. I might go see it tomorrow, but now I'm not so sure if it's a Movie Pass movie. That denotes that it's not very good.
That's like a knock against.
Well,
it,
and
huh?
you kind of just spoiled that it was bad.
No, well, it's the same review of any other Disney animated movie remake. It's okay. It's not better than the original.
Damn it.
All I'm gonna say is
Damn it.
watch out for what that Jafar guy's up to.
Yeah,
Watch out.
that's all we're gonna say. We're not gonna spoil
No
it.
spoilers. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, we're already here. Let's have a little movie chat.
Sure. Yeah.
Movie chat. Sean, edit like big movie chat thing.
Yeah, a huge intro where you're like walking into the cinema
And
you
not
know,
a
and all
pun
that
of
stuff.
your last name or anything like
Yeah.
that. No bullshit.
Nope.
Can we say why Sean isn't here tonight right now?
don't
Foot
know.
fetish.
Oh.
He's doing some weird foot stuff.
Yeah, he got all
Sidelining.
horny last week from the whatever we talked about, and he hasn't. Yeah,
I know that. I guarantee you, wherever he is right now, no shoes, no socks,
but service.
All service.
Yeah.
Full service.
full service.
Completion.
Okay, so movie chat.
Yo.
The trailer for Terminator Dark Fate came out this week. Kevin, you
Yeah.
are shaking your head like you got a little vomit in your mouth there.
Yeah.
Do you have an
Garbage.
opinion
Same
on
here.
Terminator Dark Fate?
Yeah, it
Kevin?
looks like garbage.
What? It looks fine.
Linda
Terminator
Hamilton,
Fart
no?
Fate. Got it.
No, see, I always thought Terminator would be better if everybody was old. And now we've got it.
Old and shooting bazookas, right?
Oh, I want 60-year-old Linda Hamilton fighting 70-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they're just like, watch out, I've got this. Bazooka.
There's a new liquid
Yeah.
The liquid man
T1000.
can make
Yeah.
extra liquid men come out of him.
I actually agree with Kevin. This movie looks, in my opinion, hey, I'm no expert. It looks like dog shit to me, though.
It's not gonna be good, but it'll be serviceable. It'll be something that's like, that was fun to watch, and then you'll forget about it and never think. Of
I
it again.
disagree. I don't think it'll be fun to watch. I think it'll be a chore.
Like Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis. Was
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I'm not going to
Looks like
give
that.
any of my lifetime to the movie or even the trailer. I'm not. Life is too short.
You should.
for that.
You could watch the trailer because it's so bad. This trailer kind of made me feel like movies have lost their damn mind. Movies have lost their damn mind. There's so much going on in this trailer. I just feel like, stop. Just back off for a second. You got like Matrix style CGI guy jumping from
Yeah.
car to car on the highway. You have like mid-air 747 collision, and then
Yeah.
and then like a Jeep falls out of the airplane with, I think it's Linda Hamilton or somebody like hanging onto the bottom of the Jeep as it falls through the sky. And I'm
That's
just thinking like,
the new blonde lady who we don't know if she's a Terminator or not.
Oh.
because she's got Terminator parts in her. But is she human?
it's
is she
like
a robot? Who
much
knows?
ado about nothing, kind of. And I was saying this to Rocco at the beginning of the week. I don't know if you remember. I didn't realize you hadn't seen the trailer. Have you not seen anything for it?
I saw that they were doing it, and I saw a promo photo, and I said, "This will not be part of my life."
Nice. I reject this from my
I
reality.
have too many other things.
Well,
to-
it's not Terminator 6. It's Terminator Dark Fate, which is just a great name. Just wow, we're really knocking it out of the park with the names these days.
Sounds like a Transformers sequel name that
Yeah,
got rejected. Like they went with Dark Side of the Moon
Sounds
instead
like
of Dark Fate.
Sounds like a
Dark of
Jurassic
the-
World.
It's
And-
Dark of the Moon.
oh,
they
it's
took out
not
the word side.
oh, okay, gotcha.
But this is what I said. So they have this mid-air plane collision in the middle of the trailer, and I just feel like, it's a cartoon. I mean, you did that in a computer. I would rather legitimately see a movie where they actually crash a plane. Take two planes and do a real mid-air collision. I don't even care if it's a Terminator movie. At that point, just call it Airplane Crash the movie, and I'll sign the fuck up. I'll pay the $20. I'll have my nachos because I don't eat popcorn. I'll have my snacks, and I'm just there. Everybody's getting on the plane. Tight. The plane's taking off. Hell yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat. When are they gonna crash this bitch?
Are there snakes?
There may
That
be
made it
snakes.
better.
The snakes may cause the plane crash.
Oh.
I feel like movies are good when the whole point of a movie is to like give you some sort of realism, and I just feel like we've forgotten that.
I don't know if that's the point of movies, but no movie is give it like they're all lost in the CGI spectacle.
You don't
thing.
think that's the point of a movie?
To be real?
To be realistic.
To be set in a real world.
No, I just think a movie
believe.
needs its own rules, and like you talked about, like even with Game of Thrones, it was like we're breaking their own rules constantly, and that makes it feel like what is the point of all this?
Don't get me misconstrued. I think that Star Wars, the original Star Wars, is even realistic. That you have like real people and they're in this crazy fantasy world, but it's still grounded in some sort of like, oh, I wish I could go there. Wow, that's what it would be like. Oh man.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of moved away from like that's what it would be like, and it's just gonzo. It doesn't feel realistic. I mean, there's like the suspension of disbelief. Like obviously, we don't have these laser swords. But if we did, I mean, this is how people would use them. It's realistic. It's not real.
Well, yeah, I think that's what I mean. It has its set of rules, and that it makes it grounds it in its own world. But but Terminator is supposed to be in our world, and it doesn't obey any of it. So in that sense, yeah, I mean, what are they doing?
So yeah, when movies like nowadays, they kind of just like, well, we put it in a computer, we animated it. This is blah blah blah.
The physics are all wrong though. Shit, gravity isn't working.
Yeah,
right.
it's more about. But yeah, I think it's more about believability.
Right.
is the word I think I'm looking for.
I don't think you have to
believability for
believe
you,
it.
realistic for me.
You just have to believe that they believe it. Like you make a world, you make the rules for it, and as dumb as those rules are, as long as you stick to them. That's why all the good franchises nowadays, like John Wick is a good example. John Wick is fantastical, and how are they doing all this? But they created their world, they created the rules of this assassin society, and then they stick to them, and that's why everyone likes John Wick.
Hear me out. So Terminator 2, all the explosions in that movie, for the most part, are real explosions. They really blew stuff up.
Oh, you mean, okay.
Terminator Dark Fate. Every explosion is a computer animation.
Okay, I see.
And that's what I feel is missing. I think there's this element of, holy fuck, these filmmakers like really did stuff. Indiana Jones, he's driving a truck, he crashes through this scaffolding. There's like guys flying off the scaffolding, and I'm watching this thing like, fuck, they actually crashed a truck into some scaffolding. Like, I know they set it all up, and those were stuntmen, and nobody actually got hurt, but there's something to be said about actually going out there and fucking doing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, all right, we've programmed the scaffolding and now we have the puppeted CGI guys and now the physics generator will show us the crash. At that point, it's like an animation. And that's when it loses it for me.
If you want that, may I recommend, have you seen all the recent Mission Impossible movies? Because those are ridiculous,
no,
out of this world. And Tom Cruise does fucking everything. If Tom Cruise is on the side of a plane and it takes off, Tom Cruise was actually on the side of a plane. Now, they'll CGI out his harness.
Now, I've heard those movies are pretty good.
They're really good.
I haven't watched Mission Impossible since Mission Impossible 3, which I really enjoyed at the time. J.J. Abrams, I believe, directed it.
Okay.
Dude, you should watch 4, 5, and 6. They're amazing.
I always meant to. I just never got around to it. But I'll check those out. I like
give Ethan a chance.
I like real stuntmen doing stuff. I like a grounded story that can honestly kind of explain like how did Tom Cruise get on the side of this airplane. I hate when it's just like, well, we got the pieces there because we needed him to be there, and now hit render, baby.
Oh no,
boom.
That's what these new Mission Impossibles are. It's real shit. It's not like the world's gonna explode. It's like the plot of the fourth one is. Some guy's he's an eco terrorist and thinks we got to kill all people, and so Tom Cruise got to go stop him. And it's all
fucking eco guys,
real actual things that could happen. But then of course they're making masks that are like I look like another guy, and it's like that's the fantastical part. But everything else is so real. Like they actually hang off the side of the building in Dubai.
I can believe that, and I feel like CGI has come so far. I'm starting to not mind it in certain aspects. Like I don't mind, honestly, when like your backgrounds are CGI'd or real stuff.
It's all in how they use it.
Real stuff is enhanced, but when you start getting into entire scenes are like just put in a computer, I check out.
That's been my complaint forever, and I've just been going back through the entire Alien franchise, and watching everything, including Prometheus and Covenant. And like right around Alien 3, they started to use all CGI for the xenomorph, and it just looks terrible.
The Brian Fincher one?
David Fincher's
David
first,
Fincher? Brian
directorial
Fincher.
debut, and then after that you get Resurrection, another great movie. But there's
That alien
like
was all CGI? I haven't seen that movie in years.
there's one scene in Resurrection underwater where they go CGI, and it's just so obvious that fuck, everything looked great before this.
I remember
with
that too.
practical effects, and then there's the underwater scene, and it takes you out. Alien 3 suffers from like almost all the Alien scenes with that xenomorph are CG, and then Prometheus and Covenant, they look good because they're modern with the CGI, but will there be a day like now I'm looking back on?
Oh, they'll be dated at some point.
Yeah, and it's not going to be as well. But I watch Aliens, and they're fucking beautiful from start to finish because they didn't put it in the computer.
Prometheus is mostly practical.
Right.
Prometheus was even the thing at the end or whatever is like it's like a puppet. Like
I'm just talking mainly the Deacon scene in that.
yeah, I think it's a puppet. I think it's entirely a puppet.
Okay, more Covenant then.
Yeah, Covenant was a bunch of last minute bullshit to like add to whatever. But like Prometheus's visuals hold up pretty good for. I remember at the time people being like, "What's with this like big CGI like white dude walking around?"
the
whatever.
engineers
It was,
look
like,
great.
but they're all practical in that movie. But Covenant, I think, got like meddled with a lot. And yeah, there's some bad CG in that.
I've been watching this show on Netflix. It's like a PBS documentary about the circus. It's like the history of the circus in America.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really fascinating. It's kind of like the birth of the entertainment industry in America. And it's all about how, this was the first industrialized, really successful form of entertainment where they would take it all over the country and they would make hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars. And it was all built on just watching people who could do incredible stuff and actually watching, these people who fly through the air, shoot themselves out of a cannon, or, tame lions, work with animals. And it's just fascinating to see an actual person do something incredible.
Yeah.
And then I went to Best Buy this week with a friend of mine who wanted to buy a TV, and they're showing clips on the TVs of the Hugh Jackman movie, The Greatest Showman, which is about being in a circus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And not to keep harping on this, but everything is CGI, and these aerialists are CGI, and these acrobats, they're like CGI acrobats, like flipping through these hoops, and it all looks perfect, and it all looks like flawless, and I just feel like, I'd rather just see a real guy do some flips. I feel like, was that too hard to get?
Even if they're not as spectacular.
Well, I just
it's
feel
real,
like
though.
These guys, they had these rings set up, and then these guys were flipping, and they kind of like effortlessly moved through the rings. And I just felt like, I don't know, I like seeing somebody like kind of contort their body and stretch to make it happen. And just when it fell down like dominoes and it was all perfect. I was like, yeah, it's kind of just not, there's no suspense here. There's no like, wow, look, people are accomplishing it. It's like, of course, it was perfect. They rendered it.
I think it's the transition of
Holy
something
shit.
just fell apart. I think it's the transition. Movies and TV, I think, are having a big cultural shift where movies have become rides. Movies have become an experience, like a spectacular. I use that term like spectacle experience. Movies are treated like a ride now, and TV is where like things are like where you have like discussion about stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't used to be that way. TV was like garbage, and movies were the thing that was actually like provocative or whatever. And movies have become like, it's like they've all kind of gone through this superhero movie filter where they're all expected to be this super grandiose thing,
They're still making interesting movies.
Yeah, in different places. But I'm saying on the like AAA scale.
It's funny because we get hit with this barrage of marketing, especially being on the internet. There's all these ads. You can't help. I couldn't help but see the Terminator Dark Fate trailer because it was like in all my social media feeds and really being promoted. And yeah, it's the stuff that gets tapped into the mainstream is all that blockbuster bullshit.
Spectacle.
And I just feel like, we've kind of like lost the point here.
Yeah, it's buying a ticket to a ride now more than, and again, I'm just talking about the blockbuster stuff. It's kind of shifted to experience filmmaking versus anything provocative.
All the superhero stuff is just credits list 2 miles long. Of foreign animated names. Like they put so much CG into all of those because that's what they are, is just spectacle.
Did you know the word spectacle was invented by the circus?
Was it really?
Yeah.
What's it
Dude.
mean? Why?
Full circle.
These circus men decided that, like, to get people interested in the circus, when they'd come to town, they would throw these crazy parades that literally every performer, every animal, everything they had, they would march it through the city and just try to blow your mind. Like, this is what we're bringing to your town now. And they named it the Spectacle.
That's cool.
Or,
So
the,
it was like
or
a
the
pre-
Specs for short.
A
for short.
pre-show, so you would go to the tent and buy your ticket because
Yeah.
you saw that bitchin' spectacle
Not
earlier.
only that, you gotta check out Circus on Netflix. The word jumbo there was an elephant named Jumbo, and it was the biggest elephant in America. And they bought it from England and brought it over. I think it was P.T. Barnum and Bailey Circus bought it and brought it over, and that word became synonymous with big. So the word jumbo.
What is this show called?
It's called The Circus.
It's just called The Circus? I'll check that out. That sounds cool.
Check it out. It's really fascinating.
Nice.
I'm into that. It's like history of entertainment stuff. It was fun for me to
I
watch.
got a good little list going for the last couple podcasts. I got to check out Chernobyl. Got to check out Spectacle, or I'm sorry, The Circus.
You'll find out about spectacles in Circus.
Going back to Aladdin, I just wanted to revisit
Sure.
Aladdin. I thought by and large, I had the same feeling watching this new Aladdin as I did when I saw the Jungle Book. I felt like you got this like kind of like dark, kind of morose looking fucking movie, this flat thing, and then these songs come in that have this energy from this bubbly cartoon they came from, and the rest of the movie doesn't match the energy of those songs, you know, like. And I thought Jungle Book. Did I say Jungle Cruise or Jungle Book?
You said
earlier?
Jungle Book.
Whatever. But Jungle Book, I was not into that. I didn't like that movie at all. This one is fine. It's okay, but it's just I'm watching the first half hour and I'm just like, it's all just so flat compared to the songs. The songs are so sharp and like, you know, whatever. But man, Will Smith comes into that movie and it's like being at a party where like you don't really know anyone there and it's kind of like, all right, should I leave? And then like your best friend shows up and it's like, okay, now it'll be fun, you know? It was like Will Smith was fucking oxygen in that movie. My God, everyone was so dull in that. And then he shows up and it's just him bouncing off everybody. He's really good. Like, I know it goes without saying, but Will Smith, I really love Will Smith. Actually like resuscitated that movie. Outside of him being in it, whatever. The rest is whatever. Jafar is like a baffling casting choice. Jafar is like a younger, good-looking guy. Like isn't scary at all, like or intimidating in any way. Anyway, that's all.
Now,
Isn't Aladdin like a 27-year-old like guy in like late 20s?
Yeah.
Isn't he like full grown man in that
Yeah,
movie?
I think I think they meant for Jafar to be like on the like try to like be toe to toe with him or something like. I don't really understand like because every time I bring up like live action Jafar, I think I always see people bring up like they should have got like Ben Kingsley or
an old
someone.
an
And
old
that's
villain.
what I'm sitting there in that movie like they just got like a cool guy. They didn't get anyone remotely intimidated. It is the weirdest casting.
You know, it probably, now I haven't seen the movie, but I'm going to speculate on a movie I haven't seen here. Maybe it would have worked if Aladdin was like a 16-year-old kid, you know, and then he's looking up to this guy who's, you know, like middle-aged.
This guy
kind of
was bad
accomplished.
no matter how.
Was he just not a good actor?
I'm just saying
Yeah.
like dynamic-wise, because you're saying like they tried to make him go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I mean, this guy was just, he wasn't even like scary or intimidating. Like he wasn't I can't even begin to describe it. He was just
Somebody
like a
in the
normal
chat
ass dude.
wrote 16-year-old fucking a princess. Doesn't this movie take place in the Middle Ages? What do you think was happening back then?
So that's the other big thing. The reason I haven't seen it yet, but if I can speculate on a movie I haven't seen.
Okay, let's
This
do it.
movie takes place in the Middle East, right?
Yeah.
Why does everything look like it's like Bollywood? It looks very Indian and it looks like big spectacle. Like it's an entirely different. Why did they change it?
It's directed by Guy Ritchie, too.
It is?
Isn't it?
Fucking
Yeah.
imperialist colonizer.
You're right, man.
Motherfucker.
The dude was like, I know what brown people movies look like because I've seen a couple.
This fucking Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie's out there pulling a bullshit move.
I didn't know you had your finger on the button up there. You
So-
saboteured me.
Now, Who's a better genie, Robin Williams
Ooh.
or? And think
Robin
about your
Williams.
answer. Okay, well.
Yeah, but what I was
Wow.
gonna say was at
Will
least
Smith
Will
doesn't
Smith
even
did
get
his
his
own
day.
thing, and it wasn't like trying to be that.
Didn't step on toes or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
because it just would have been so. I mean, there was kind of no winning there, but he did his
Gotcha.
own thing, and he
Did
a
he
good
like
job.
also pretend to turn into like Rodney Dangerfield and
No,
Jack
no,
Nicholson?
none of that stuff.
Well, then what's the point?
Yeah, well, what's the point? Could be said about the whole movie. There was no point in making it. But I also really liked. There's this woman who is in the movie. She's Jasmine's like
Handmaiden?
yeah, I forget her name, but she was on SNL for like 2 minutes, and she was like kicked off the show. But she's really funny, and I thought she was really good in that. I can't remember her name, but she's really good. It's
not Melissa Villaseñor, is it?
Her and Will Smith are really good. Everything else sucks. So that's
Wow. All right. Honest review. Though.
How
I
many
like that.
how many popcorn butters out of 10 would you
How
give
many
it?
toots?
How many toots on the horn out of 10 would you give it?
You
can just toot the horn.
One for Will Smith.
Wow.
Wow. Keep that count going, guys.
Anyway,
You know, I said on the podcast last week I was reading the book Hiroshima about the nuclear bomb in Japan, and everybody gave me these death looks like, why are you reading such morose shit?
Not me.
Why are we talking about this on the podcast?
It's right up my alley.
Next thing I know, fucking Chernobyl is the most popular show in America. And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Like,
I caught up on it,
I'm
too.
talking about fucking nukes. People looking at me like I'm
You're watching that too?
fucking monster over here.
yeah.
Damn. I mean, I'm feeling like I want to
gotta
go
get on that.
nuclear. I got to get on that too.
Gotta go nuclear on this bitch.
Yeah, no, I'm caught up on it now. It's only going to be like 5 episodes, I think.
That's
So
perfect.
I've watched 3, so it's really, really good. It's just dread and body horror. So if you're
Yeah, I
into
want to see
that-
some eyeballs
But,
melt out of some
Don't spoil
heads.
what happens to Chernobyl, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but don't apply for a job at that nuclear reactor after 1986.
I tell you what. Watch out.
But yeah, no, it's great. It's really, really good.
Oh, all right.
As
And-
is the Hiroshima book, just saying.
Yeah.
People
Just saying.
were talking about how like accurate they got it, and like there's so many little details in it that were like people who lived in Russia like way back when were talking about like there's a scary amount of detail here that like no one would have cared about, but they got, you know.
And
Anyway.
Sean told me that the makeup and practical effects are just spot on.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, you know, what we were talking about. Like they didn't use a lot of CG. They went through
Yeah.
some practical makeup effects, and
Yeah.
that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I
it's
wanna
really
watch that.
cool.
I gotta check it out.
So yeah, that's I checked that out. You know what we were talking about on an earlier podcast? You were saying like, oh, Rocco always comes around on things.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah.
Did you come around on something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I talked shit on this for a long time and I was 100% justified. I was 100% justified.
Nice.
Well-
because when I was in high school, it was insufferable. And truly, it was in my best interest to run from everyone who was trying to put
Pro
it in
wrestling.
my life.
Yeah, what's the
at
thing that I
time.
like you're about to say?
No, no. But I finally
Smash
actually
Brothers.
I
don't
finally
like Smash
actually sat down and
Smash
watched Monty Python, and it was brilliant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to say.
How does
it was
anyone not
brilliant.
like
Get
Monty
Dallas.
Python?
Get Dallas
when I was in high school, it was an unbelievably insufferable thing where just the type of people who watched
okay.
it.
I know
the
what
type
happened.
of people
No,
who
there-
watched
yeah.
it and were trying to like riff on it to me. It was like, oh fuck, I have to like hide from these people. This is disgusting.
You had some annoying friends in high school who wouldn't stop repeating
Yeah.
shit, wouldn't stop walking like a
Yeah.
silly dumb
It
fuck
took-
in the
No,
middle of
I don't even
class.
think
Took
it was any
this-
of his friends.
People tried
No,
to hit,
not my friends. People I was actually trying to like get away from.
you
Yeah.
got hit in
no,
the face
no.
with a fish or something.
Well, you were in theater, so was it a bunch of the theater kids you weren't friends with?
No.
No, nobody in theater.
Oh,
it was
wow.
like it was like
At my
just
school, it was
dorks.
definitely the theater kids.
I was a dork in high school, and there were, but let it be known to anybody in high school. Let it be known to anybody in high school. There's always a bigger dork. You don't have to
Always.
worry about. You don't have to worry about being too. Whatever.
Unless you're a Monty Python fan.
But that was when,
Then you're it.
Yeah, it was just like insufferable. But anyway, yeah, no. But I finally watched some of it, and it was brilliant. I mean, I could see where all the sketch groups that I know of that are inspired by it. I see where
right.
they get it.
Now,
it was really
now,
cool.
came around.
Next thing, baseball.
Yep.
you're going to get into sports.
Bip Roberts gonna be your new mascot.
Rocco
No,
getting
I-
into sports would be great. Would
That-
be the
Yeah.
ultimate justification of
That
Rocco
that
coming
was
around.
actually
Padres
my
hat?
Yeah.
thing I was going to say about, because Lonely Island put out a new thing this week. Out of nowhere, they put a thing on Netflix.
Bash Brothers.
Like a
The Bash
special.
Brothers, yeah.
The Bash Brothers. And that was my review of it when Kevin asked me about it. I was like, I thought it was awesome. I wish it wasn't about sports, but that was really good. But it was great. It was really, that was awesome for like this half-hour thing that came out of nowhere.
Could you enjoy like a comedy around sports, like Major League, or like a film like that?
Like basketball?
Yeah.
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 See, you're not totally writing off the athletics.
No.
God, yeah.
He likes the Olympics, don't you?
Olympics are fine.
Oh, I like the Olympics.
Yeah, they're good.
Who been playing vid games?
Oh, man.
Dude, yeah.
I've been playing some games.
Let me tell you,
Last
brother.
week on the PPS,
Boy,
I
howdy.
played through Call of Cthulhu for PlayStation 4. I think it came out wide system release.
So I didn't know there was a Cthulhu game.
Yeah.
You said there's 3 of them?
Yeah, there's been several, mostly PC releases. The last
Okay.
one I played was on the Xbox, original Xbox.
Oh.
It was called Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth.
So
And
these have been around for a while.
yeah. I mean,
The one he's playing came out last year.
yeah, Lovecraft as like a genre, or like the Lovecraftian stuff. There's always like games that kind of dip their toe.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not very many like straight up, this is a Call of Cthulhu game
Yeah.
about that book, that novelization. And it's got all the tropes in it from Miskatonic University, talking about the Shambler. All the baddies from the Lovecraft universe kind of make their
Okay.
appearance. A lot of psychological
The
shit.
ancient gods.
Yeah.
This new one, last week on the PPS, we just basically got through the tutorial, but I dug in this weekend. And Ryan, you were the only other person I'd ever heard of who's
Yeah,
played
I
this.
platinumed that game. Had a real fun time with it.
It's more of a. It looks not the best. It looks like Skyrim,
Okay.
and it's
Is that good or bad?
it's not a.
It looks
great-
like PS3 Skyrim.
Yeah, it's not.
Now.
It's not the best. But if you are hungry for Lovecraft lore, there's
Yeah.
not a lot of games out there, and this is the newest of them, so you put up with
so
it.
what's
it is
the
a
gameplay like?
first-person investigation game.
Exactly.
There's very little combat.
Which
there is
that's what I
some
was-
I don't even think you've gotten to it yet. Not to spoil, but
Yeah.
you might fight something. May or may not. I'm not going to say.
I was surprised because that Dark Corners of the Earth that I really liked, it did have a lot more action, although like very limited ammo, but it had more survival horror aspects to it. Not so much investigating and unlocking clues and finding a new path and overcoming, like this one's all overcoming your blocked path and getting to the next objective by like outwitting, some local thugs to get around them, or investigating, a crank here could be turned. I see scratches on the floor. Like, depending on how you level up your character's attributes,
Yeah.
like, what was it? Spot hidden?
Yeah.
Investigative.
It is a little RPG-ish. You have skill points you can put into, and so like when I played it, I upped my investigation because I'm a detective and my ability to find hidden clues.
That sounds
Yeah.
really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's
Strength. You can just straight up like
Punch
thug
dudes in the
your
face.
character out and then go for the strong arm approach. Like, this guy isn't letting me
Yeah.
pass. I'm just going to knock him out.
Give him a 3rd degree, eh?
But where I thought I wanted more, there seems to be like it's first person, but there's no shooter, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the previous one. That Dark Corners of the Earth kind of had a little of both, where you had limited ammo and shit would be going down, and you had to kind of like take your shots to progress, and there was more of a shooting aspect. This has been like purely like solving the mystery, letting the story unfold. A lot calmer of a video game that I'm used to playing.
Okay, that's cool.
But I did think of you just
Yeah,
based
Derek,
upon
you would like it.
Nice.
like an unraveling, overarching
It
story.
sounds interesting. I like the RPG elements you talk about and kind of the multiple paths.
I would call it
to
like an
take.
RPG light.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that there's multiple playthroughs because it's kind of short and
Yeah, it's
you know,
not very long. You could probably sit down and beat that thing if you really wanted to just like mainline it in a day.
okay, that's cool.
Interesting.
And I've been going through,
But there's like 4 or 5 different endings. and
Right.
The different ways that you level up. It's like you went through.
I'm trying
this
to do
first-
the investigation.
So you land on this
stuff.
island.
Yeah.
You're hired to go find this Sarah Hawkins lady's dead. What's going on? And you land on
Solve
this
the
island,
murder.
and it's like, okay, I need to get to this warehouse. Well, whereas Garrett, you talk to some local thugs
Yeah.
and got through it by letting them through in.
I gave him some
Is it
whiskey.
like a little bit open world?
No, it's level
pretty
based.
linear. Yeah.
It's very linear, but it's like
Okay.
he did that, whereas because my spot hidden was higher, I went into this other side and I found a hidden crank. And then I put it together, and because my strength was higher, I opened it up and I went through the sewers.
So there's just multiple paths
Right.
within
Yeah.
the level. Okay.
So
it's fun.
That makes me interested in maybe going back on another playthrough and not doing all the investigative stuff. Maybe going more on strength and like my cunning intuition. That being said, like every level is beat for beat Lovecraft stuff. I mean, you've got a dark island. You've got the sea shanty town.
There's a mystery and some cult guys.
Yeah, you've got the cult. You've got the insane asylum. You've got that Arkham Asylum type of environment. It's
inside the mouth of madness.
exactly.
Oh, dude, that would be- yeah.
It's been hitting like every note so far. I'm getting to the end of it. So I gotta say, if you're a Lovecraft fan, check it out.
It's fun.
Okay.
If not, it does.
Don't check it out.
It
Yeah.
looks dated. So
Okay. I've been playing double A release came out earlier this month called A Plague Story Innocence.
Is that any good? I keep seeing ads for that. What is that?
It's good. Yeah. It's a double A title. Much like you're saying, like the graphics aren't crazy. It's not super innovative.
Right.
But it's an interesting take on a video game. It takes place in the year 1348. It's the middle of plague season in Europe. You play a 14-year-old French girl who is the daughter of like a duke or an earl or the Duke of
Duke of
Earl or something like that. She's like low-level royalty. And there's a civil war between the English and the French, and you're French, and the English come, and they basically kill your family while you're at your home, and you have a younger brother who's the heir to the estate, and they're looking for him. You don't know why. And also, you haven't seen your little brother much because your mom has been doing these weird tests with him with this local doctor, and so there's some mysterious thing going on with his brother. But the English knights want to find him and just butcher him and massacre him. And they've butchered your family. They butchered all your servants. So you have to flee, and you flee into the French countryside where the plague is ravaging everybody.
is this first person?
It's third person.
Oh, okay.
And because the plague is ravaging everybody and it's medieval times, there's no logic. And so the townspeople are going fucking crazy. They think it's supernatural shit. They think it's witches. They're seeing bite marks on people, that people get bit in the night and they might think it's like vampires. What's going on. It's rats and plagues and stuff. But the world is very like, kind of like Cthulhu, honestly. Like the mankind is driving themselves so crazy.
Paranoia is
Yeah, the
spreading.
paranoia and the madness are driving these people to just like, they're butchering entire towns. They're burning people at the stake, and they're searching for you. So it's a lot of stealth missions. You basically want to avoid everybody. There's very few people who will help you in this world. And then early on in the game, you find a monastery full of monks where everybody's dead because of the plague. And they agree to help you, and they take you down into the crypts of the monastery where there's this rat infestation. And these rats are just like ocean of vermin that if they get a hold of you, they'll just rip you apart and like eat you
Hell
to
yeah.
shreds. So the main enemy is like just thousands and thousands and thousands of rats, millions of rats,
Waves of rats.
Yeah, and
Too many
it kind of
rats.
hits Indiana Jones level where you have to like light torches and like fight them off and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And you have to you have a sling so you can like knock down lamps and then light it on fire. So that's kind of, it's stealth. You're avoiding adults who want to kill you, and then there's puzzle solving where you have to like make your way through these rat infested tunnels.
yeah. Okay.
And I'm digging it. Like Garrett knows, I just read the comic book Pestilence.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you mentioned like the Crusades and the plague.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the character design, you have these Crusader knights that it's just like a metal helmet with just like a cross on their face, and they can like look through the sliver. And
Hell yeah.
they look cool. It's very bloody. It's very like, almost reminds me of Resident Evil, where you'll walk in the middle of a town and you'll just see there like a crowd of people just burning people at the stake, and their like skin is melting, and you're just like, holy shit, like this just got gnarly. It's very atmospheric. So
Sounds cool.
I was never into really The Last of Us, but from what I saw and what I played of Last of Us, it kind of has that vibe of you have this younger person and you're together, you can split up, you need to like protect them and solve the situations to survive. So I'm enjoying it. A Plague Story.
What are you playing on?
PS4.
Oh, okay.
I went to
console
GameStop
release.
to get it, and the guy didn't even know what it was.
How much
I
was
like,
it? Was it like a full?
It was
$60 or
$49, so $10 off. You know, I was like, "Can I get a Plague Story?" He's like, "I don't know what that is." And I was like, "It's a PS4
Sounds like
game."
GameStop.
Yeah, and then one guy, he's like, "Oh, I think we have one copy of that." But actually, I guess they've been selling out of it at GameStop. They didn't expect this game to be a hit, and now it's like getting really good reviews.
Interesting.
I'll check it out.
41 on
One
Amazon.
more platinum from
According to
sucker.
Thorbon. Thank you.
I'm a
Jared.
sucker for an unknown physical release like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was so surprised that Call of Cthulhu came out as not just a digital only or just like a Steam only kind of release, like the last few Cthulhu games.
I have something to say about the physical and digital releases of games.
Yeah.
Something was blowing my mind.
Okay.
But before I get to that, I'm going to do our plugs real quick. Just real
Please.
quick, and we'll back to the game
Give us
discussion.
those sponsors.
I want to say thank you to everybody watching this week. If you like our show, please pay a visit to shop.mega64.com, a great, great site to get all your apparel, all your physical goods. Anything you need, shop.mega64.com has it, except food, but we're working on it. Anyway,
Trying to get that dry ice packaging.
we put up a
figured out.
bunch of stuff on sale. We restocked a bunch of stuff this last Friday. There's a bunch of stuff that's in stock now that wasn't before. And then a thing we like to do every week on this show is something we call the 64-hour special. We put up a shirt that's only available 64 hours. And we haven't talked about it yet, but this week we brought back Flame War Theater. Our Flame War Theater was our reoccurring show where we act out and reenact famous or infamous message board threads where people bitch about a lot of stuff in a Shakespearean fashion. And that show came back this week. So this week we have a 64-hour special. It's our Flame War Theater shirt. It's available.
Nice.
I've always wanted, and we've always had a lot of requests for people from people to have that logo on a shirt. I want one for myself. So that's the 64-hour special this week. It's only available for 64 hours till Wednesday. Wednesday night around then is usually when they come down. So pick yours up now.
That's a beautiful, simple design.
We'll talk about Flame War Theater in a minute too, about bringing the show back for season 2. But I did want to let everyone know about that shirt because I think it's really cool. And then patreon.com/Mega64 is also a great way to get involved with Mega64. We just put up a brand new episode of Friend Dimension where we play through games past and present. Me, Sean, and Kevin played through Aladdin on Super Nintendo in honor of this new movie that finally improved that poor, just decrepit cartoon.
Which version? Now that's important.
Super
with
Nintendo.
Ooh.
Didn't
We played
Talarico
it on
do sound design on
He
that?
did. He
Yeah.
did. And I don't think Tommy was super happy with how the sound came out on the Super Nintendo version
Versus
because I
Genesis?
think they started development on Genesis.
That's what I had it
Yeah,
for.
that's we go into that a little bit, but we play through it. It was a very, very good episode. So check that out, and there's more to come as well on patreon.com/Mega64. Thank you. Anyway, what I was going to say about physical, digital, video game releases, whatever, is Resident Evil 4 came out this week for the 600,000th time on another device.
Finally play it.
And I bought it again for the 600,000th
How many
time.
times legitimately have you purchased that
Seriously,
game?
count.
that's a good question.
All right, 1, 2 for every
GameCube, PS2, Wii,
Yeah.
PS3, right? Got a download.
Digital.
Yeah, got a
Digital
download.
only.
PS4 got a physical.
Yep.
Did you buy that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was like they redid the textures and shit like that. So that's 5. Switch is now 6. On the phone, I'll count. Would you count that?
It sucks, but yeah. I kinda-
Gimpy version of it, but
It was there.
7.
You bought a version on the phone?
Yeah, there was an
So did I.
iPhone
Oh,
version.
It was an iPhone app.
Holy shit.
Well, this was back. Hold on. This was back when apps were a new thing. This was back on the iPhone 3G when
yeah.
it was like, dude, it's got apps. There are games on your phone. Like that was a big thing at the time, and RE4 was one of the first big ones that went on it. So it was like, well, I got to check that out, and it was surprise garbage. So I barely played it, but technically, that's 7.
7 bells and all's well.
But I don't think I ever got it on an Xbox system. I don't think. But anyway, my point is,
What was your favorite version?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I think now I have it on Switch. Switch is like, I think it's the best possible version. I think it's like the same one that's on PS4.
And it's the first portable version ever made.
That's why I wanted to get it.
Well, you just said it was on your phone.
No, I don't count that.
Yeah, the phone one was shit. But this is the first full
Full-fledged.
console, whatever, portable version. So I had to get it. However, I think the Wii version is my favorite because it had that aiming. I
Headshot,
think
baby.
that's my favorite one to play. It was so easy to headshot and but this is a great version. I mean, if you don't need to hunt that down. It's just as good, pretty much. But the reason I brought this up was it is inconceivable to me that it didn't get any physical release at all. Even what happens a lot is like Japan will get Onimusha is getting remastered for the Switch. Here's this fancy packaged version, and in America it's just digital. That happens a lot, but RE4 didn't get a physical version in any territory for the Switch. And I was just thinking all they had to do was sign a deal with Limited Run or something. And if they put out $150 physical edition with a book or something like that, oh dude, I would have bought that in 2 seconds. RE4 is one of my favorite pieces of fucking entertainment ever. And so I would have paid whatever they asked for it. But it's just digital and it's just okay, but whatever, it gets the job done. I got it. Now, and it's kind of nice having it on a portable all the time, so at any point I could pop into it, but it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Limited Run's doing a E3 presentation. Maybe they'll do it. You can buy it a second time for Switch.
Yeah, that'll
Get
be
it up to 8.
They'll round it up to 8. That's what it'll be Octo.
I got it on GameCube, and that was it.
Yeah.
But I beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I got my fastest run was 4.5 hours,
That's-
4 hours, 20 minutes. Or
That's
something.
still the version I've played the most. I think I beat it 3 times on GameCube, or at least 2. Actually, maybe twice, and then all the other versions probably once. No, I'm sorry, I didn't play it on PS4. I got it on that, and I didn't play that.
I bought it on the Wii the first time ever.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And then I got to the part where you have to lead Ashley on. And I was like, what?
Oh.
No, I'm good. And I put it down and I've never played it again.
Babysitting missions, man.
That was such a small part of the game. It's
that-
really just a small fraction.
Because I remember when it first came out, having that thought, is this game pulling this kind of shit? And
Sherry
it
all
ne-
over again.
It never hit that point for me where it was like, oh, they ruined the game with the escort mission. It finds a way to circumvent that.
Put her in
to
the
each
suit
their
of
own.
armor.
If you hit a wall in a game, you hit a wall in a game. But
Yeah.
but
But you blew it.
You would
That's what we're
think
saying.
is this going to be a factor in the game? It's just that one part, and then they are done with it.
Hey, but
There is a wall hitter though with the cultists picking her up and carrying her into a door where you have to fucking snipe them before they do that.
Oh,
That
yeah. I like that part.
Yeah, but I probably had to do that about 12 times in a row. And if I wasn't committed, I can see where I would hit the wall there too.
I got her for a little bit and it was just like, I don't want to do this right now. Because this was when I was in med school and I was just like, I'm good. I'll play something else. Or you know what, I'm good for today. And then just something else came out. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And it just got left in the wayside.
Ashley was annoying. Man.
I am not going to talk shit on quitting a video game for because when you hit a wall, I find that when I hit a wall with a video game, it's like I have so much other entertainment shit I can do that I find it's insurmountable. It's like, ooh, I hit a thing, and it's like, really, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but for me, it's like, nah, I've already moved on. Because that happened to me with Nier Automata. I talked about that.
Yeah, that game's dog shit.
I got to the end. I got to the end of the prologue, not even the main game. I got to the end of the prologue and died, and it was, you have to do the whole prologue again.
Yeah.
I have to do the whole prologue again. That was like either half. That was almost an hour.
Yep.
I have to do that again. Oh, don't worry, Rocco. The rest of the game's not like that. It's just the prologue. The rest of the game is autosave all the time. I'm like, yeah.
There is no autosave in that game. What are you talking about?
Or whatever.
That's what I
You
heard.
could save often, but that was I know it was such a petty thing, but I never played that game again. I was like, no, mentally, I've checked out. It's so lame. I know.
Tubi's butt.
People may have noticed I stopped talking about Sekiro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you beat it, right?
I beat it. No, there was a boss. I probably spent 3 or 4 days trying to beat this boss, and then it just hit a point for me. I was like, I could continue to try to beat this boss, but I have other things to do with my life.
Yeah, that's how I am with so many games. I hit a point and I go, no, I have a lot.
It's not a question of I know this is possible. I could do this.
Yeah.
but do I want to?
Yeah.
Is it worth it to me on a personal level? What do I get out of this?
Yeah.
So
While we're talking about dog shit games, you want to hear a real dog shit game that just came out?
No.
Have you guys played any of Rage 2?
No, but you know what?
That
Rage.
game fucking sucks.
My brother's playing it and he's really enjoying it.
I didn't like the first Rage,
Yeah.
so I stayed away from this one.
There
Yeah.
are 8
Bummer, huh?
missions. There are only 8 missions in the whole game. It is an open world game
Yeah.
with 8 missions.
But I was watching him
2
play
of them
it.
are broken.
I was watching him play it though, and there's 8 missions to beat the game, but there's lots of others. It's just if you want to beat the game, there's only 8 missions, right?
Correct.
But isn't there a lot of other stuff to do?
There is a bunch of side shit. However, there's only about 5 different kinds, and it's just repetitive. The shooting in that game is so much fun. The powers are so much fun, but it's such a great system built into a game that is boring, short, and glitch to fuck.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have a horse in this race. It's just interesting. I saw him play it and he seemed like he was enjoying it, but
I couldn't think of the name. I called it Dirt or Rash or Haze or something.
yeah.
No,
you're
that
talking about
this
Rage
when I was talking
2.
about Rage, because I
Yeah.
rent this. The first Rage was a renter, and I think I got. Did John Goodman do a voice in that? Or am I
In
thinking
Rage.
in the
In
first
Rage.
one?
I don't think so.
No, I
I think you're
just
thinking
remember,
of Monsters Inc.
I remember. Yeah, it was Sully. I remember Sully telling me to go on some mission, get in a doom buggy, and fucking pick up ammo.
People are saying John Goodman is in Rage.
Oh, he was?
See,
He was.
Garrett didn't make that up! Garrett was
guys,
right?
ye of little faith.
Holy shit.
Thank you, Meg, for the clarification. Thank you, chat, for your
What?
for believing in me. So yeah, I that's all I remember. It was like I rented it back in the fucking Blockbuster days, I guess. I don't know how old that game is. Blockbuster. And John Goodman told me to get a doom buggy, go take gas over here to pick up one thing, and then I realized this is like a fetch quest. I want to shoot some stuff. Never picked it up again, returned it, and then, no interest in the second one.
people in the chat were wondering which boss made me quit Sekiro. I had to look it up. It was Genichiro Ashina. So
Genichiro.
Oh, that was easy.
What does he
Sounds like
do?
that was a breeze.
Really, Kevin?
I
He
did
was
that,
easy.
I did that with my eyes closed and no controller.
Oh, fuck you.
It's a trick. You got to
No.
you got to heal him to kill him. He's like an undead.
Dude's hard.
Yeah, you throw him a phoenix down and he's dead in one hit.
and-
Are you serious?
Croak.
Easy.
Spoilered.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but John Goodman, I didn't expect him to be.
Didn't bring
yeah,
him. He's not in the second one, I guess. Ask
No,
Dominic.
definitely not in the second one.
Should've brought him back.
Platinum that game already, and I don't sell games. I immediately sold that game back to GameStop because this is a fucking useless game.
Uh-oh.
I'm always surprised that there's certain performances in video games where I'm like, they did a voice for a video game. Like,
Yeah.
I still think the weirdest cast in a game is probably Scarface. There was a Scarface video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say
The world is
I
yours.
can't remember if go look at the cast list for that game. I can't remember, but everyone who was in it. But I remember specifically looking down that list and going, "What the fuck?" Bam Margera does a voice.
Wait,
Whoa!
Jillian Barberie. I want to say Wilmer Valderrama.
Get there
I think.
early to see all of Newfie.
I mean, it is. You go down that list, and it is like,
Oh, I gotta
what
play
the
this game
fuck?
now.
Dude, I love
And
me
then-
some Jillian Barberie.
And then you've got The Godfather, where it's like they actually got
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. Pacino would not come back, but they got what's his name? The consigliere, Tom Hagen, that actor.
Bobby D. Bobby D.
No.
Yeah, Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Robert Duvall. Yeah, Robert Duvall.
No.
You're like Bobby.
Well, I don't know him by Bobby D.
That's how we're on first name,
Bobby
Why
D.
not? I thought you were a fan.
Me and Jay Goody, me and Bobby D.
I don't hang out with Robert Duvall.
We're on
so I
first
don't-
name
I don't know.
basis.
I think they got James Caan too. I think, but that was the last performance by
Really?
Marlon
Brando. Yeah,
He did that game as his last
yeah.
performance.
And then, I think they had recordings from him for part 2, and then he died. So then part 2 was the last thing that came out that he was in.
Damn.
But let it be known, Bam Margera was really good in the Scarface game.
Who was he in Scarface?
James Woods was in Scarface too. Scarface.
Who was Bam in Scarface?
Maybe it was Scarface. All right, today we're gonna get some yayo from the guy in the apartment upstairs.
You got all this, it's time to get muffed
How
up.
the fuck do I get a scar like this eating fucking pussy?
Ray, check it out. You see my friend over there? He's gonna stick his tongue out. That
This
girl.
whole town's like a one big chicken about to get fucked. I'm the bad guy. Her womb is polluted. April. Anyway, fucking Picasso. Anyway,
Look at the fucking pelicans fly.
Doritos best
She's
soda.
a tiger. She belongs.
That's my favorite quote from Scarface.
She belongs in a cage.
Look at the pelicans fly.
Scarface. What will he do next?
Whatever the fuck I want.
The world is mine.
All right.
Whatever I want, man.
Scarface, the video game cast. I'm on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Good, okay.
They have IMDb for video games. Al Pacino.
Oh, he
as
did do it.
Archive footage.
Oh, okay. yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Bullshit.
Manny Rivera, the Sandman. He did the voice. That was his best friend, Manny.
All right. Manny came back.
Robert Loggia.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh, did he? Was it archival or did he come back?
He was a voice.
Wow, Robert
Nice,
Loggia
they got
came
him.
back.
Al Israel as Hector the Toad. James Woods.
Okay.
Ice-T. Nice.
I see. Nice.
Cheech Marin. Gotta get Cheech in
Okay.
there.
Gotta get Cheech.
Tommy Chong.
Gotta get them both.
Cheech
Cheech and
Smoke the
Chong
bomb.
were
There
both
It's a dual package.
up in
Come
scars.
together.
Anthony Anderson.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Who's that? Do you know who that is?
What was that exchange? Really?
It's an actor. If you know
Oh,
who it
okay.
is, you recognize his face.
I've seen him and stuff.
Michael York.
No, I don't know.
You'd recognize Michael York's face.
Now
sure
we're
I
getting
would. Yeah,
we're getting down to the character actors.
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ricky
Comedian.
Gervais. Oliver Platt.
Ricky, what?
Wow.
I gotta play this game.
Jillian Barberie. I don't know. I'm not seeing Bam Margera
I
here.
see no Bam, dude.
Yeah, he was in it.
Kevin Dillon.
The chat backed Rocco up on.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Nice. In his final race.
Final role.
No, Jeff.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, Tony, I'll get you out of this mess. Hop in. Call the police.
Who else do we got
That'd be a
here?
good ambulance alarm.
Daniel Day Kim.
Oh, I thought it was
Bam
so,
Margera.
I was so ready for Daniel Day-Lewis.
Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
I'm telling you, this cast list, man.
This cast, you're
Bam
right.
Margera as Jay the liquor store owner.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh,
Hey,
Tony.
Tony.
You need a drink or something?
And
Tony's gonna pay your tab.
We got Jason Mewes.
Oh, you gotta
Oh my
get
God, Jay and Silent Bob.
Wow. Jason Mewes is credited above Michael Rappaport.
Well,
as it should be.
as he should be. Michael Rappaport's annoying.
I think Michael Rappaport's
You didn't
the
like
last,
him in
last
Boston
famous person.
Public?
Ricky, yeah.
Teacher?
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said Ricky Gervais' character just goes around telling people God isn't real. Oh, did I offend you? Did I upset you? Okay.
Sorry.
Well.
Sorry.
Oh, pity.
Truth hurts, don't it?
Yeah, I remember. Scarface was meant to be really.
He plays Simon Trent. Oh, I'm Simon Trent.
Doesn't he do
Gold
a
is
TV show
Why
or
my
something?
cocaine?
That might be GTA 4. I feel like Ricky Gervais was in GTA 4 too, wasn't he? Didn't he do like
Like a radio
is it-
show?
Like he's on TV or something. Maybe I made that up.
He could have been in
I could have made that
San
up.
Andreas.
I've
Who knows?
watched and listened to most all of the stuff. The GTA 4 soundtrack, like the radio station shows and stuff
good.
like that. Some of the best that Rockstar ever put out. I mean, it was
the GTA soundtracks
fantastic.
in general have been
Yeah.
always good. But
Around five.
the live action,
And
or
Vice City.
not the live action, the radio shows, like in 5, there's a hilarious channel where they get, who's that actor from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Larry David.
Yeah,
Jeff Green.
Jeff Garland?
Jeff Garland?
no. The chat's gonna get it, but I can't think. JB Smoove, thank you, chat. He does
okay.
a great like radio show that I can just put on and listen to for a fucking hour until it starts to repeat. I forget like how much content in those GTA worlds there really is that's just in the radio.
I was gonna bring it back to Ice-T. Did you
Yeah.
guys hear about Ice-T this week? What
No.
happened with him? So he put out a warning to Amazon on
Oh,
Twitter.
no.
Oh, I did.
He said a
see
little
this.
bit of advice to Amazon. They've been doing this thing lately where Amazon, I think, maybe I've got this wrong, so maybe somebody can correct me if I have the details wrong. Amazon is doing a new thing with their deliveries where that you can actually sign up to be, it's almost like Uber where, like on your off time you could be an Uber driver or whatever. I think they have a thing now where you
be
can
delivery driver.
you can
That's
deliver for Amazon
crazy.
just on your off time.
I know some people who do this.
And so Ice-T said on Twitter, you might want to have these MFs wear a vest or something because I almost shot this motherfucker. Like, apparently a guy in plain clothes just walked up to, or was trying to get a package into his house.
Yeah.
And Ice-T almost shot him. So he said, just a word of advice, have these MFs wear a vest. But anyway,
Have you seen that?
I did not know. I think I saw that happen to my family's house once. I pulled up at the same time. Some random dude did.
Yeah.
And he was bringing something.
And
to
did
me.
it?
I was like,
Did
Who
"What
is this MF?
Did it give you
this
some? Not like I'm gonna shoot this MF, but did it give you some like what's going on here?
No, I was
vibes?
just like, who's this?
Because
who's this dude?
I had a full-on Ice-T moment like a couple months ago.
no.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I saw
Almost shot a guy.
I saw a piece of shit Toyota Tercel. It was a fucking 96, and it drove up to my neighbor's house, and a guy in plain clothes was getting out and walking towards the doorstep, and he was picking up a package. And
Oh, you thought he was a porch pirate?
I thought he was someone stealing packages. So I blocked him in the driveway, and I got out, and I'm like,
You're a good neighbor.
I didn't know this.
I'm
Can I
like,
just say you're a good neighbor?
thank
You're
you.
a good guy.
I got out, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm delivering a package. I just came back because I dropped this off at the wrong house. This is 3192 whatever. And I went, oh, you work for Amazon? Yeah. Okay, you're not stealing that package. No, I swear I work for Amazon. Like the guy explained to me
Yeah.
all the shit. And I went like, all right. This guy seemed calm, gave him the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt.
He wasn't all like jumpy.
But yeah, he was like not setting a package down. He was picking it up. I guess he
Yeah.
dropped it off at the wrong house. He needed to go up one.
This is all
But
the
it
same
freaked
shit.
me the fuck out.
This is all the same shit that happened to Ice-T. He's like, there was some guy in my front yard, like around my door. I'm looking at the camera, and this guy's like looking around, and it was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. Oh, I swear I work for Amazon. It's like, man, if they wore a thing, it
A
wouldn't
vest
have
is
to,
a
it's just
great
something-
solution.
Fucking hat.
Or just something to, but I
would
love
not
that
do
all
that
these
for
guys
my
are going, I
neighbors.
swear I work for Amazon.
Fuck my neighbors.
I was concerned. I was a concerned citizen.
So anyway, yeah. So,
Have you ever started a neighborhood watch? That seems like something you would do.
No, I've joined those online neighborhood watches. They have those. You ever sign up
No.
for like a my
I haven't,
neighborhood?
but I know
No,
about
that's
them. Yeah.
cool.
So I've signed up.
I signed up for my neighborhood, but I had to discontinue it.
I signed up under not my real name because I just wanted to lurk. And sure enough, I was right. In lurking, I found that like people just complain for the wrong fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Yes.
People complain
Okay.
about like they get fucking racist on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like there was a black man in the neighborhood. They don't belong.
Oh,
I can.
had
It's like
to-
you're posting this with your address and your name attached to it, lady. That this guy
fucking
doesn't
racist.
belong in your neighborhood.
No, I
what
stopped.
The fuck?
I was lurking too, but I stopped because everybody in my neighborhood was like a paranoid little bitch. They'd be
yes.
That's all of them, though.
I want to let you know that I'm pretty sure I saw a coyote walking
Yes.
down the street. And
Yes.
so keep your little
Yeah.
fur children inside the house because this coyote looked hungry. I'm pretty sure.
That or a person of color.
Or yeah, I saw somebody in the neighborhood. Could have been a murderer. I don't know.
been sleeping in their car, van parked down by the
lock
telephone
your
pole.
doors. Lock your doors. I'm pretty sure I heard gunshots too. So potential murderer in the neighborhood. Just letting you
Been a
all
lot
know.
of break-ins lately.
I don't have. I've never done it for where I live, but for my parents, they clue me in on theirs in
Yeah.
their neighborhood, and it is almost 100% who used whose trash can. It couldn't be more boring. Someone threw something away in my trash can, and I want to know who did it. Someone threw a can in my recycling bin. You don't have your own?
Someone's cats
It's like,
are shitting
oh
in my
my
yard.
god, who fucking cares? Now I could see it would care if it's like, okay, someone threw a mattress away in my trash can, something where it's like this is a massive like thing or whatever. But it's not that. It's just I would like to know who thought it was okay to recycle on my property. I guess it's not legal to do that or something, but it's like, I don't know, like let's all work together to throw shit away. I don't really care.
It seemed like
if it's not like a mattress, I don't care.
It seemed to be all inbox cluttering. So I'm with
Yeah.
you, Derek. Even after lurking for like a week, I got rid of it too. I deleted it all.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
I saw a coyote in my neighborhood.
Oh no.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen that too.
I didn't tell anybody. Actually, I was.
I got him too.
I was trying to get
I've never
fit
seen a
recently
coyote.
for the Metal Gear Solid video. I was jogging a lot. I would go jogging at night sometimes as late as 10 o'clock at night. And there was one night where I felt like I went on a fucking safari. It scared the shit out of me. I was jogging. It started small. I was jogging down the neighborhood. There's this house at the end of my neighborhood that is like covered with trees and bushes, and it's like overgrown with foliage. And I swear to God, I saw a rat come out of like the bushes and crawl up a telephone wire, and it crawled up the top of the telephone wire and started running across to the other side of the
Yeah.
street. And it freaked me out because I was just like, oh, there's rats in the neighborhood. God,
Definitely.
that's freaky. You don't see a rat every day. So I was like, okay, I didn't like the rat. Keep on jogging. Like 5 minutes later, there's a skunk in somebody's yard. I'm like, holy shit, there's a skunk there. I'm already far away from my house. I was like, go fucking change courses. I'm like running down this other street, and like up ahead is this dog in the middle of the street. I was like, oh, there's a dog. It's not a dog. It's a fucking coyote. And I'm like, I can't go back that way. That's where the skunk is. I'm like, ended up getting lost in my neighborhood, avoiding the rats and the skunks and the coyotes.
This is a video game, a Paperboy-esque video
Yeah,
game,
dude.
where Derek has to avoid wildlife in his
Derek
neighborhood.
was in a plague storm.
Needless to say, I don't go jogging at night anymore because
Yeah.
these things only come out at fucking night.
Coyotes are bad, man. I mean, I hear them every night in my neighborhood. It's they're in the cities,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of rural, so they're fucking everywhere.
I'm not rural at all.
You're
Like,
not rural at all, and they're already there. I'm a little rural, so there's like packs.
Are they like dangerous or something? I've never
Well,
seen a coyote.
No,
in my
they
life.
run off.
It ran away
They're just
from
like
me.
little tiny dogs.
I was just
They'll-
worried it would
they'll be
bite me or
dangerous.
something. I don't know.
They'll be
You never know.
dangerous if you have small pets.
Oh, 'cause they'll
to
go-
those
Yeah.
small pets,
They'll,
not to
they'll,
you.
they'll eat your pets for
They'll
sure,
snatch
but they'll
little
not.
dogs,
they're not
though.
going
They're
to
never
do
And
gonna.
cats.
They're not gonna come up and bite you.
No.
No. But they'll get cats and definitely all the bunnies and skunks and possums and all the shit in my neighborhood. And I hear them scream bloody murder on a nightly basis because they're
too.
yippy and loud, like when they just start howling at the moon, like nightly though. And it sounds like something's being murdered out in the lot next to me.
Because it is.
So we just get deer. I'll wake up.
Oh.
Sometimes there's like, oh, there's a deer.
That's Bambi. That's like
Yeah, that's cool.
that's like a poem you wake up to out.
Sounds cool.
I
They're
want
bad.
to take
No, they're
some,
annoying pieces of shit.
If
I
you're
want to take some
driving.
phone calls. Maybe we should wrap this up heading to the after show.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Well, it's about that time. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody, tonight. And in case you don't know as well.
Wait, we
Yeah.
didn't even talk about Flame War Theater.
Oh,
Should we
yeah.
talk about that real
we
Yeah,
quick?
should.
let's talk about that.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Quickly. Sorry, Sean.
No, yeah, we brought back Flame War Theater this week. A series that we got a lot of great feedback on last year. We were waiting cautiously for its return, and return it did.
Season
this
2.
week. Yeah, and there was no better way to kick it off than what I considered to be a legendary thread, which was the Zelda bitch thread. Which, by the way, let me just rewind it a bit. The title of that episode is Zelda bitch thread.
Right.
YouTube would not let us. Seriously, we ran into trouble uploading that video in any capacity where bitch was in the name or the file name or the anything. When the word bitch was involved, it was like demonetized, not going to promote it, not going to whatever. It's so
They don't
Get rid of
promote
bitch.
our
yeah,
shit
they
anyways.
don't promote us
Stop
anyway.
saying
but
bitch,
it's
stop
so
saying bossy.
demoralizing to fucking upload anything.
It's
So
not
Can't say bitch, and
advertiser
you're not
friendly.
you're not talking about Fortnite.
yeah. So next episode, all Fortnite. No, but anyway. So the real title, now you know what it is. But anyway, this thread got covered in this episode, and I remember I was there back in 2001, I believe it was, when they debuted Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And I honestly, as much as I'm not, I wasn't like one of those, I wasn't yelling, I wasn't a troll about it. I can identify with the frustration at that time. It's not that I didn't like, and I want to just put it in that context because I think some people don't have the context. At that time, it wasn't that the style of Wind Waker was bad. I never thought it was bad. I think that's a great looking game. But at that point in 2001, we were so close to getting realistic graphics. And that was the thing, you know what I mean? Like that was the thing that everyone like, oh, imagine if they're going to make this look real. Like we're finally going to get graphics that look kind of like reality or a darker take on stuff. That was the dream. And then we got the demo of Zelda.
They showed that demo.
They showed the demo at Space World or whatever it was of Zelda
Space World,
on GameCube, and it was like kind of an adult take on Zelda, and it was like, oh my god, this is so rad. So to show us that demo and then give us Wind Waker, which no, it's not that, it's a cartoon.
Bait and switch.
Was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, I was right there with them.
Yeah, I was
but it
too.
wasn't. But it wasn't
Yeah.
that I didn't like the style of it. It's that I just felt like, no, I wanted that one that you showed me. Why did you show me that if you weren't going to give it to me? That's how I felt.
Back then, I was fully on board with those forum posters. I did not play it.
See, I played
I
it.
have never
Yeah.
played Wind Waker
No,
to this day.
I was into it. I just was
Wind
serious.
Waker, maybe the best 3D Zelda.
No.
No.
Do not agree with that.
I love that game.
I never saw that trailer at Space World, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I really liked Wind Waker at the time. In fact, I loved Wind Waker.
By the time it came out, I was fully on board. It was just when they
I
debuted
never really scoffed at the animation style. To me, it was just like this whole thing of like being in a boat was kind of tedious at first. But I remember
Sure.
distinctly, I think I was like in high school, senior year. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit down and get into this game. And I ended up exploring that whole map
Yeah.
and loving it. Like finding the ghost ship and doing all the little island puzzles.
Yeah.
I think for a long time, I was the only person I knew who beat Wind Waker. And I would
Yeah, I
always
didn't
tell
beat it.
people,
I
like,
did not beat it.
get to the end of Wind Waker because, like,
That's so good.
the ocean shit, like, goes away and you have this final moment that's just, like, classic Zelda. But,
I quit where everyone else I know who quit. It's been so long I can't remember, but it was when you're looking for or they make you like backtrack to find.
So you
all
look
the
for
you have to
pieces.
get the 8 pieces, and that is
literally right before the end of the game.
that's the most tedious part of the
Yeah,
game.
and
It
I
takes
got
like
to
an hour.
and I got to that.
Not
and
when
I
you don't know
went-
what you're doing.
I got to that and I went, I'm good. That was, but I watched our friend Jonathan beat
Yeah.
it. I was like, you know what? I don't need to play it, but he's at the. I'll watch him, and it was great. But I like the game. It's not my favorite 3D Zelda. I hate the fact that the game starts on a fucking like get out of prison mission. I hate. There's a lot of, but I feel like there's there's like
that's
stealth,
like that's like
stealth to
4
get out
or
of.
5 hours into the game, dude.
Whatever. Hate it. But I in general I do like that
bullshit.
game. I do like that game, and I was on board with the style. Just right when they debuted it, I felt a little burned. That's all.
That's
but
okay.
that being said, that thread was always way over the top to me and legendary, and I was like, and when we talked about like, okay, what do you want to start with? I sent that one to Derek. I was like, dude, this is the legendary bitch thread. Like this is where everyone complained, and so it was a lot of fun doing that, tapping into that era.
I'm really enjoying. Obviously, many actors in that video had multiple parts. Played characters, also played legacy accounts. I only played one part, which was the final commenter, because he had the most to say.
That was a mouthful.
The big rant. And at the end, if you haven't seen the video, check it out. But I have a line. It's going to go down in Flame War Theater history. I will wreak something as no thing of man born has ever seen, dreamed, experienced, or experienced. And then a lot of people have been commenting. 1 month later, 9/11 happened. So, they're like,
Was it even a month? I think it was like 3 weeks.
people were like, I think we know.
Legacy account.
I think
did
we know
9/11.
who did 9/11. Or people saying like, wow, this guy really lived up to his promise.
Damn.
oh
worked
my
it out.
God.
Wreak
Yeah.
something as no thing of man born has ever seen.
It really was. I thought about that too when I was looking at the thread. I'm like, if these guys even knew what was coming in a few weeks, man.
Is that the first time we've reshot an ending to a Flame War?
What do you
We didn't
mean?
really
What do you mean?
We had that stinger that Beckett came in and did a fantastic job of reading the last line.
Yeah.
Which we kind of thought as an afterthought, hey, why don't we have him come in as the voice of reason?
Well, I guess, originally it was Meg who did that line. Meg, were you bummed out that you got cut out of Flame War Theater?
Did that absolutely not. It tan your hide?
Well,
no, you didn't
there
care?
you go, everybody.
Yeah, shouts out to Beckett. I
She's
think
holding in the pain of losing.
No,
the
Being
Meg didn't want to
cut.
be in it to begin with. She hates us.
I think that's such a funny stinger, though, when he delivers that at the end of all these man babies complaining.
Yeah.
and it's an actual
so it was awesome.
kid.
It was great. It was great doing that again, and I'm so happy. As some people have pointed out on their own, without me saying anything. Now that I've seen Game of Thrones, I have all these medieval characters to tap into.
Oh, wow. I
And
didn't
so
think about that.
In my head, I was like, I'm just going for Sir Davos. And I thought I would have to tell people that, like, yeah, that I just was trying to mimic that guy. But every comment I got on it were like, holy shit. Wow. Okay. Oh, Sir Davos, spot on, perfect.
Wow.
Even Kevin texted me. He literally texted me. He said, "I can't watch the show now." He hasn't seen Game of Thrones. I won't be able to watch it now because I'll just wish it was Rocco.
That happened.
He did text me that.
That's what I said.
He did text me that.
It's exact words.
let's see the
but
text.
anyway, but it actually was fun. I was like, okay, I don't know how to act. Now I do. So
I'm
You
happy.
tapped into that.
Everybody seems to really enjoy Flame War Theater.
Oh, 5 out of 5. I thought it was great.
Cool.
People are saying it's their favorite thing ever. We're gonna have another episode coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for
Yeah.
episode 2, season. Is that an S?
Yeah.
Season 2. More Flame War Theater coming your way.
I'm more excited about this one. The last one was an epic, to use the term, thread. You know, that was a whatever. This next one is, I think it's safe to say, I can say this,
Yeah.
is the most recent thread we've ever done on the show.
As far as it was posted chronologically.
Like we did the Wind Waker one from way back when. This next one is from like a month ago.
Yeah.
wow.
And that made me really
Good
enjoy
shit.
it. So I'm excited about it.
So
Anyway,
everybody, think what controversy have people been flaming about within a month? A month ago from right now, because you may be able to guess what we're going to cover with the
What
next
could it
Flame War
be?
Theater this Friday. Stay tuned.
well, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, Sean, for editing this on Tuesday. We have so many intro ideas and segments, and you know what? I'm going to give Sean one last segment right here. Sean, do some After Effects stuff. Just like do a cool like outro right here. All right, we're back, and that was so cool. Thank you for that,
Nice.
Sean.
Thank
How
you,
many
Sean.
toots of the horn,
I
too?
want to say
Yeah,
thank
toot
you.
the horn for that.
Hey, Sean, this is for you.
Last two.
Wow.
That's the official count, guys.
I want to say
That's
thanks
the
to
end of
everyone.
tooting.
What is our official toot
And
your
the
own
toot
horn
count.
count at? So we're 32, 34, 34 toots.
That's I can't trust the chat. Sean will have an accurate.
Rocco,
Yeah.
Rocco,
Sean's going to have a counter.
we're ending the show now. I think you got to give him like the firework ending.
Well, I will. I just want to say before we
Oh,
go out,
okay.
be sure to go to. We are going to be doing some events this year.
Yep.
I just want to let everybody know. Don't forget. Obviously, Mega64 Game Days in November is our event we're doing in Anaheim. Mega64.com/game days. It's happening November 9th and 10th. Check out all the info is there. We're doing a live show in LA.
Last
We're doing
laugh.
a couple in LA this summer. The June 27th show is sold out, but June 30th still has tickets at the Terragram Ballroom in
Yeah.
LA.
All ages.
Go to mega64.com/tour to get tickets for that. It's going to be a great show. So
see the
please,
live show.
We'll see you there. We're going to be at Anime Expo, RTX, San Diego Comic-Con, all that stuff. We'll talk about those later. But come see us this summer. We want to see you. And to take us out, Sean, get insane with the editing during this. Ready?
Bring it.
Gotta do a lot of little ones too.
Yes.
Yeah, pepper.
Shotgun blast.